Good morning, Facebook friends. How are you? I'm really excited to speak to you today with this subject of why you must speak your desires. If you haven't been here with me before, my name's Dawn. I'm a women's success coach. I spend a lot of time working with clients who want to create lifestyle freedom and really overcome limiting beliefs and their emotional blocks and barriers that kind of keep them stuck. And I also help them put in place very practical steps to grow a business or change their life in some way. And the reason I want to speak about why you have to, first of all, know what it is that you desire for yourself and also speak it, is that there is an opportunity around you right now that you're probably not seeing. And it took me a little while to really connect the dots with this principle myself. But then I reflect, and I've seen it happen so many times over and over again in my own life and in my business, that everything that we want, everything that we desire to be happening in our life or in our business is possible based on the people that we connect with and the things that we're doing on a daily basis. And I want you just to really connect with that and really absorb deeply that there is a solution to every problem that you have right now that you want to solve or move beyond. There is. And through learning and studying and practicing a lot of the personal development work I've done, I've come to really accept that we are often blind to the solutions that we see because our own limitations through our thinking stop us speaking to people. Until we're speaking to people and connecting with people, sharing what we want, asking questions and listening, then we can miss things because they can be very subtle clues as to where our solution actually lies. I love all things connected to universal law, universal principles, as well as, hard kind of business strategies, and hard as in the sense of, tangible. But I love the sense that there is an unseen force that works with us, that guides us, that helps us find our answers. And I'm going to share with you a couple of examples as to why I can trust this and why I want you to take a look at your own situation and really ask, okay, so who is it that can help me? Where is the solution that I'm looking for right now? Because I can guarantee you it's there, but you're missing it right now perhaps. Probably about 7 years ago, after I'd started my own business and I was becoming pretty established in what I was doing as a consultant, I really felt this urge, this kind of itch, for something a little bit different to be happening. And I really felt that I wanted to be in a community, and I was really feeling called to be much more of a leader and to be helping other women to be empowered and to be teaching and training them as to how they could do that. And I didn't know what it would look like. I didn't really have a sense of the shape or where or how or what it would look like. But I started to speak to people that I knew and just share what was on my heart and say, I'm really feeling like I want to do this, but I don't know how. And after a few kind of sharings and conversations in my network and people that I know, somebody eventually came to me, this guy that I was networking with, and he said to me, my wife's been offered this opportunity. It was a franchise at the time. It was called Damsels in Success. Maybe you should look at that because that kind of sounds like what you're looking for. It's a women's network. It's a leadership-based program. It would kind of give you what you're looking for. So cut a long story short, I did, explored that, and I ended up finding myself inside this franchise opportunity that was exactly what I wanted at the time. I'd called in through speaking my truth, an answer that gave me the opportunity to be a leader, to be a speaker, to be a coach, to be a mentor, to be a guide, to hold a space for other women, and to be another income stream. And it's funny because I only realized afterwards that this is what's happening all the time in life. If we are not speaking about what we want, we're not giving other people the opportunity to help us because they know people. It's like the power of our network. And so it kind of, that ran its course. I ran a group. I did my own group afterwards for a bit. It's kind of run its course now. I don't do that in the same way. But then I recently got myself thinking, okay, I've created a successful business. I've got my online community. I've got a beautiful space. I work at home with my dog, which is what I'd also designed. I wanted for myself. And I felt this another level of growth that I was reaching for, where I really wanted to be in community again. I wanted to be in community in a different way. But more than just the being in community, I wanted to have a way of working that was not solely trading time for money, which is what I'd been doing for a long time. And I'd found myself loving the work, but also feeling tired and also feeling, quite depleted at times, because there was just me. And although I had team, around me on a kind of a contract basis, I wasn't feeling the freedom that I really was craving. And, many people will watch this and connect with the message of wanting freedom in their lives and also having more income and also impact, but not knowing how does that actually look? How do you find something that actually is packaged in such a way that gives you all those things and gives you the fulfilling content of the work? So I'm a business coach, I'm a women's empowerment coach. My mission in life truly is to help other women feel confident, believe in themselves, transform their limited thinking and their feelings, and create a way to step into that different lifestyle or business and show them how to do it. And I love it. And it's tiring when there's just one person, me, doing what I do in the way I do it. So I got to thinking, I knew it was kind of bubbling underneath the surface, and I could feel it every day, craving to be listened to and for me to take notice of it. And through really getting honest with myself and really sitting with it and getting really clear, I began to journal around, what it is that I wanted. And it was much more time freedom, much more capacity to help more women than the number of women I work with one-to-one, of course. And so I just began to take note of what was landing in front of me on a daily basis on social media, what was coming into my inbox, what was being shared with me through my network. And I started to see this thing, kind of this opportunity come in front of me day after day after day. And I was dismissive of it because it was not what I wanted to look for. It wasn't what I wanted. It was packaged in a way that I didn't like, actually. I was extremely judgmental of this thing that was being shown to me. The universe was showing me over and over and over again, here's a thing, here's a way, here's an answer, here's a solution. And I was going, no, but I don't do that. I don't want to do that thing, because actually it's much more akin to the network marketing model, the social selling model. I don't do that. I don't like it. I have a certain judgment around it. I didn't really get it, actually. I didn't understand it well at the time. And so I rejected it. And the truth of the matter is, I actually realize now I missed a very big opportunity at the very beginning by not acting fast and not saying yes and not exploring it. I shut it down. But it didn't go away. It kept coming back to me. So knowing what I do about the way the world, the universe works, we're going to keep getting shown something until we do something about it. We just are. It's like learning the lesson over and over again. It's going to keep coming back. I decided to take action on it. And then, lo and behold, found myself inside this business, this opportunity, which is way better, way different to actually what I had judged it to be in the first place, and actually showing me that there is a highly what's the way to put this, like the integrity is very high, the values of giving and generosity and integrity are incredibly high, and the solution for me to be who I am and to create impact for thousands of women in a way that feels really good to me is absolutely there. And so I kind of was shocked at the way that I could have missed something so powerful by being so narrow-minded and judging it in the way that I had. I could easily have missed this and not done it or taken action. And I'm just so glad I did. And I wrote some notes down because you might resonate with this yourself. I really, really wanted to be around more women. I'm very blessed to be in a big number of virtual communities, which I love. I have a tribe around the world, literally around the world. I have a big email list, an email community, which I love. Very grateful for. But the personal connection was kind of missing for me, and the face-to-face as well. I definitely wanted to be able to make another income stream whilst I was sleeping, literally, and to be able to impact more women. More fun, absolutely more fun. Bless her, I love my dog. She's sat here right now. But my dog and my clients and my friends and my kind of weekly structure, I wanted something more than that. I just felt that there was more that I needed. And I found it inside, let's call it a box that I would never have opened. Along with skill building, if you know me at all, you'll know that I am very driven to be a women's a higher profile women's empowerment coach. I'm very committed to leadership and being change maker and helping other women to bring change and transform the situation. That opportunity is right there inside this box I would never have opened. And suddenly I see that I'm sitting in this space with everything that I had been asking for, that I would have missed if I hadn't been open-minded enough to explore something that I would have stepped over. Quite frankly, I would have stepped over it. And now it's presenting every opportunity that I could ever have wished for in a way which is high integrity, highly connected, highly aspirational, training for everything that I need to take myself to the next level, and the capacity to impact other women and show them how to do the very same thing to create lifestyle freedom, another income stream. And more than that, it's actually feeling confident and having the belief that you can do it. So I just invite you to do two things: to get very clear about what it is that you want for yourself, how you want your life to look, your business if you have one, and think, am I actually telling people about that? I'm actually saying to people, this is what I really love to be experiencing or having in my life, because you don't know who's actually got the answer to that. You don't know who's actually connected to someone who can open a door and take you right there. And if you think about that little game called the 6 Degrees of Separation, and think about the magic of actually what that means, that through every single one of us can think of some random person or celebrity or a world leader, that through 6 degrees of separation, we can actually connect to that person. That's how connected we all are to every solution that we want to have for ourselves. So think about that for a minute, that every every problem that you have, how quickly it could be solved if you spoke about it and shared it and actually asked for what you desired and were willing to take a look at something which perhaps looked a little bit different. Maybe the wrapper was different to what you expected. Because the truth is, it's not actually our job to figure out how it happens. It's just our job to know what we want and to be committed to make it happen and to believing it's possible and to take the action steps just as they appear in front of us, to have that conversation, to make that call, to send that email, to go to that event, to do that training. And before we know it, we're actually there, we're doing it. And I sit here, 10, 11 years into my business, reflecting on the last decade or so and realizing that everything I said I wanted at the very beginning has happened. It's come true. I've achieved it. And it all came about through talking to people and sharing with people what I wanted, because all those doors and all those solutions came through other people. That's the magic of speaking your desires and knowing your truth and actually then being willing to take an action step. So what do you want? Think about it. Are you sharing it? Are you afraid to share it because you think you might be judged for it? Are you willing to be open enough to actually consider something that looks a little bit different but could be exactly what you're looking for? Because That's the moral of this story, right? That's exactly what's happened to me.